Hey everyone, this is Andy from GizChina. Today we're looking at the Orientphone 7.0 Max, which Orient Deal sent over to us this weekend. So this is the packaging it comes in. It's a 7-inch phablet with a 1920 by 1200 full HD display. It's got a quad-core NT6592 processor, which is an octa-core unit. And you can see on the packaging here, it's got a black front and white rear, and that's actually the color that Orient Deal has sent to us. The packaging has some specs on here. I'll just refocus this for you to see a little bit better. So we've got a 7-inch LTPS display, 1.7 GHz octa-core processor, 13 megapixel autofocus rear camera and 2 megapixel front. We've got dual SIM support. We have Bluetooth 4.0, GPS, GLONASS, full HD recording, and we have a 3500 mAh battery in here. And you can see that there's an option of different colors. There's orange, yellow, white, green. I think that's pink and black. And we've got the black and white one. And what's also interesting here, we have WCDMA 2100/850 support on this phone. Usually it's 2100/900, which is compatible with China Unicom here in China, but this has got 850. So if you're looking for a 3G 850 device, this could be an interesting one to look at. Okay, anything else on the box? Well, it tells us it's an Android phablet, so that's useful to know. And feel free, so yeah, I'll feel free to open this up once I have refocused. One moment, there we go. So it's just got like a magnetic catch on here. We open it up, and we have the actual device here, all nicely wrapped up. Comes with bubble wrap, and it's also in another separate bag inside. There's also a screen protector already applied on this. So let's put that to one side for now. Let's lift this section out. It's got nice foam sides here to keep the phablet nice and safe while shipping. And underneath we have a spare screen protector. We have an instruction manual in English, but I don't think anyone will really need to use this. If you're used to Android, you can just forget about that pretty much. And this is a nice little, a nice little stocking filler. You get an additional battery. There's a battery already in the phablet, and Orient Deal have also sent us an additional 3500 mAh battery. It's a rather large battery for a rather large device. Okay, what else do we have? We've got a USB data cable, earbuds, and we've also got your standard USB mains adapter charger there. That's not all for the accessories. We also received this, which is a smart cover, similar to what you would see on a Galaxy Note. Pop that to one side. In nice bright orange. Basically, your phablet will clip in here using these black plastic clips. Got a space there for your camera, LED flash and speaker. And we've got this notification window. So, when you close the phone up, you get this nice display window which will display notifications, your weather, the time, and so on. And we'll see this in action in a moment when I boot up the phone. Okay, let's pop that to one side. Let's remove this box. And let's look at the device itself. So here it is. It's the Orientphone Max 7.0. Nicely wrapped up to keep it nice and protected. So here we have it. It's a 7-inch display, 1920 by 1200. When Orient Deal sent this to us, there was a screen protector applied. I removed it though, because I quite like to feel just how responsive the screen is, with and without the screen protectors. So this is the design of the device. It's quite large, as you can see, 7-inch. Okay, let's go around a few of the details we've got on here. We've got capacitive buttons on the chin. We have this round halo style home button, which is similar in look. I'm not sure if it's got the same features, but it's similar in look to a Meizu MX3. We've got a front-facing 2 megapixel camera next to the speaker grill here for making and receiving phone calls. And overall, even though it's a 7-inch device, it's a big device. They've done a really good job. Orient Deal have done a good job at keeping down the size to a minimum, basically. The bezel edges on either side they couldn't be described as narrow, but compared to the size of the screen, they're quite thin. And also the lower and upper sections of the phone, they're pretty minimal. They're not overly large. Like we've seen some phone designers make those areas longer, which is increase the overall size. But for a 7-inch device, the Orientphone 7.0 Max is pretty compact. We turn it over, we've got this white, like off-white rear panel, which does remove. I'll take it off in a second. Got the Orientphone logo here. 2 speaker grills. We'll have to check if there's actually 2 speakers under there. Got the LED flash, 13 megapixel camera, which has an aperture of 2.4. 3.5mm headphone jack in the top. A volume rocker on the side. Power button here on the right. And a micro USB in the base. So all your normal bits and bobs around this, it's just on a much larger scale. Looking around the edges of the phone, you can see we've got this. In this case, it's actually a metal. It feels like metal bezel edge all the way around. Usually on phones it looks like metal, but it's actually plastic. On the Orientphone, it actually feels like it could be a metal finish, which is quite good considering the size of the device. And that big screen, this metal edging would protect it from any potential knocks, if you happen to drop it. Okay, let's take a look underneath. So like most phones, you can just pop your thumbnail in there and pull the back off. No NFC on this, it's just a basic white plastic removable rear section. Underneath here we've got another battery. This is the battery that came installed in the phone. And you can see that although there's space for 2 speaker grills, there's only actually 1 speaker underneath here. It's a surround sound speaker, I think it says. Yeah, 3D surround sound according to the labeling. Just here we can see space for our dual SIMs, and you can also see that we can put a micro SD card in there too. So nothing all that exciting underneath. That large battery, the speaker, that's about it. Let's put the rear back on. Just clips back on into place, like so. There you go. And let's turn it on. So it's a Orientphone Mega 7.0. That's my other phone. Actually, as it's booting up, we'll just compare the size. So this is the 7-inch Orientphone, and you can see compared to the 5.5-inch Oppo Find 7, it's a much larger device. Okay, so we've booted it up. Just unlock the screen as usual, and what we'll do, we'll put this brightness up. I'll show you those in a moment. Brightness is here. Okay, so there we go. Brightness is on its max. This is a 1980 by 1200 display. It's really nice. Oh, sorry, I've not put the rear on properly there. It's a really nice looking display. Great viewing angles. It looks really good. This is a, when you compare it, if you've been using something like a 7-inch tablet and you go to this, you can really, so I have to put this on silent. You can really appreciate the difference in resolution on the Orientphone. It's a really nice looking display. Okay, as it's a much larger phone, you can see that if I swipe down from the left, they've created this. Swiping down from the left will take me into my SIM and also my Wi-Fi and other settings, but swiping down from the right will take me into my toggles. So that's quite neat and nice. Also, if I turn the phone around, you can see that our icons spin around too. And actually, my first thought would be, wouldn't this be great? Carrying around, traveling around, using it for navigation. And it's really neat that they've got all these nice icons set out so they can spin around, make use of the screen nicely. You got your normal app drawer in here. This does have Google Play and Google Services already built in, which is a nice feature. Sorry. So we've got Gmail in there already, we've got the Google Play Store, we've got Google Maps, and that's it. There's no other screens in there. That's the only apps we've got in for there at the moment. This is our rear 30 megapixel camera. It has an aperture of 2.4. If we just take a photo of something, I'll just take a quick snap. You can see it's quite fast, no problems at all, it's just snapping away. Has burst mode, not as fast as some phones, but you know, this is a huge phablet. It's not really designed as such as a photographic device. It's more of a, you know, a huge viewing machine. So there we go, those are the basic little features in there. Let's take a look at the settings. You can see, because as we have more of a tablet layout, we've got much more room here for the settings to be displayed. About the phone, Android 4.2.2, it's a MediaTek phone, so nothing special there, nothing, you know, shocking at all. You can see it's an Orientphone Mega Pro. Alright, so that's it. This is the first hands-on with the Orientphone Mega Pro. Let's just take a look at this with the rear case on it. So you can see it just snaps on, and already the notification window has turned on. If we open it up, so that's quite nice. We can just see our you know, most used features here. We can turn our music on. We can open up the camera. We can open up the camera, take photos. Even the camera is shrunk down to size, so we can just use it in this little window, which is really neat. You can go out of that. Calendar. Yeah, it's, you know, all shrunk down for this little window. So, you know, for little tasks like taking photos, replying to messages and stuff, or just reading your messages, you can read it all on this little window without having to actually open the phone, which is a really nice little feature, and we're seeing more of that on phones nowadays. So it looks like from the rear. It's quite a bit thicker with the protector on, but it's a nice feature. Alright, so that's it. That's the Orientphone Mega Pro 7.0 hands-on. It's a bit early for me to say too much about it, but you know, from the build quality, the amount of you know, nice accessories you get with it, and the display, and just looking at the specification sheet, it's a, you know, it's a mighty impressive device. It is big, but it's not as big as some you know, machines out there. They've done their best to really narrow down the bezels and keep this lower and upper section to a minimum. If you were going to choose between this and one of the many 7.9-inch Android tablets on the market, I would say really give the Orient phone a, you know, a good look. You're getting a much better display. You're also getting specifications more similar to a flagship Chinese smartphone. So you're probably getting a lot more for your money and that better display. Plus the fact you've got removable and replaceable batteries and dual SIM. You know, this could be a great all-in-one device. You know, you won't need a phone and a tablet at the same time. Anyway, so that's it. That's our quick hands-on. I'm going to take some photos of the device now and post this on YouTube and on GizChina. If you have any questions, please let me know. And thanks for Orient Deal for sending this over to us. Okay, speak to you all soon, and goodbye.